Projection and analysis for every single round 7 Champions League game. Aston Villa this season 12 out of 15 away games between all competitions have seen at least 3 goals, and Monaco this season against top level teams 3 out of 5 home games have seen at least 3 goals, so I'm going for over 2.5 goals. Sturm Graz 5 out of 6 Champions League games have seen less than 4 goals, and Atalanta 4 out of 6 games have seen less than 4 goals, so I'm going for under 3.5 goals. Bologna has managed to score only once in the first 6 games, and while Dortmund has been horrible away from home in the Bundesliga, in the Champions League they have won 4 out of 6 games, only losing to Barcelona and Real Madrid. Bologna hasn't won any of their Champions League games, so I'm going for draw no bet Dortmund. My advice is for you guys to listen to what I say, pick your favorites and place them as singles, but for this game Atletico against top level teams this season 5 out of 7 games have seen at least 3 goals, and Leverkusen 5 out of 10 games against top level teams this season have seen at least 3 goals, so I'm going for over 2.5 goals. Liverpool has already qualified for the top 8 in the Champions League, so I wouldn't put it past them to rotate their lineup here against Lille, judging by how hard their season is ahead. Also, Lille already beat Real Madrid 1-0, which is a similar team to Liverpool, and I expect them to use the same tactics here as they did in that game. Among those reasons are some other reasons that I won't mention because it would take too long, but at 2.78 I think it's worth to take the risk for under 2.5 goals. Juventus has only won 5 out of 13 away games between all competitions this season, and Brugge in the Champions League at home lost to Dortmund, but then they beat Aston Villa and Sporting, so I'm going for double chance Club Brugge. Both of these teams like to play very fast-paced football, and Crvena Zvezda all 6 games have seen at least 3 goals. PSV away from home this season against similar strength teams to Crvena Zvezda, 2 out of 3 away games have seen at least 3 goals, so I'm going for over 2.5 goals. But before I tell you guys about this one, the best tips I have and the ones that I actually bet on myself are all going on my Telegram, so join if you haven't. But for this game, Barcelona has had a very tough month, with this being their 6th game already this month, with 2 8-hour flights to and back from Saudi Arabia. Benfica is an extremely tough team to beat at home, so I'm going for Benfica double chance. Slovan cannot make it to the knockout stages anymore, but I'm sure they will try their best as the prize money is huge for them. Stuttgart needs a win here, so I expect both of these teams to play carefully defensively, and Slovan is going to be without their best attacker for this game. If any team scores first, I expect them to play even more defensive minded, so I'm going for under 3.5 goals. Leipzig cannot make it to the knockout stages anymore, and they have had a very tough schedule lately, and they will have just 2 days rest from this game to play Leverkusen in the Bundesliga, so I expect them to rest their best players. Even with the best lineups, these 2 teams are very evenly matched, so I'm going for double chance Sporting. Brest 10 out of 12 away games this season between League 1 and Champions League have seen at least 3 goals, and Shakhtar 4 out of 6 Champions League games have seen at least 3 goals. Brest also has some injury problems in the defense, so I'm going for over 2.5 goals. Man City has been very bad defensively lately, and I don't expect them to be able to deal with the counterattacks and fast players of PSG. PSG on the flip side, I don't expect them to be able to deal with Man City's powerful attack either, so I expect to see some goals in this game, and I'm going for over 2.5 goals. Without counting the away games against Man City and Bayer Leverkusen, Inter has won 8 out of 10 away games this season. Sparta has faced 2 top-level teams this season in Atletico and Man City, and they lost 5-0 and 6-0 in those games, so I'm going for Inter to win. Feyenoord every single game so far has seen at least 4 goals, and Bayern Munich this season 10 out of 14 away games have seen at least 3 goals, so I'm going for over 2.5 goals. This is a must-win game at home for Real Madrid, and Salzburg in my personal opinion is absolutely horrible. I don't expect Real Madrid to have any problems here, and I expect them to destroy Salzburg, so I'm going for over 2.5 team goals for Real Madrid. Zagreb is for sure going to park the bus here, and Arsenal against similar strength teams to Zagreb this season. 4 out of 7 home games have seen less than 4 goals. Arsenal is still without their best attacker Bukayo Saka, so I'm going for under 3.5 goals. Milan is currently struggling with injuries, and they have only won 5 out of 14 home games by 2 or more goals this season, and all 5 of those wins came against weaker opponents than Girona. In my opinion, 1.44 for a Milan win here is way too low, so I'm going for plus 1.5 handicap for Girona. Don't forget to join my Telegram, because that's where I'll be posting the ones from here that I place myself and the ones that I will place in the future. But for this game, Young Boys have been horrible this season, sitting only in the 9th place of the Switzerland Super League, and they have lost every single Champions League game so far. Celtic has been very good at home, winning 17 out of 20 home games between all competitions this season, so I expect an easy win for them here, and I'm going for Celtic to win the first half. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and good luck.